This whiteboard trash that you keep talking about, let it go because it don't make sense. It doesn't make sense. You're trying to say he's not smart enough to read plays. If that's what you want to say, just come out and say that he's stupid. He's too stupid to understand the plays. Please do me a favor and smash that subscribe button. Make sure to give me the thumbs up. And don't forget to hit that bell notification so that you can get the videos as soon as I upload it to YouTube. All right, family, I got to go ahead and get into this video real quick. So that's all the business I got. You know what time it is. Let's work. Listen, I'm trying to move on from this whole drive slide dance that everybody's doing. Every time I try to move on, they keep drawing me right back in. You feel what I'm saying? Now we got the whole he can't read a whiteboard situation. Let me tell you why this whole he can't read a whiteboard. Let me tell you why that is so stupid. For that, I'm going to need all of the CU aunties, uncles, grandmas, and those who are not really familiar with football to please come to the front of the line. What's up, everybody? I go by the name of Harry B. The B means two things. It means business and it means billion. Welcome to all of the new subscribers on this channel, all of the new supporters. I thank you for coming on over here to TLP Sports Club. This is exactly what it is. It's a sports club where you can come and talk about sports, the things that are going on around the sport that you love the most. Let's get into it. I want to let this go. But if you're not going to let it go, I ain't going to let it go. Let me explain how propaganda is so dangerous. Usually propaganda is one source spreading information that is not correct, that puts fear into people. And it's one voice. The danger about one voice is when you hear that voice, you don't have any contrasting voice or somebody to say, no, it may not be this way. You tend to believe that because they keep peddling that thing, they keep saying it, and eventually they want you to believe what they are saying. So I'm here tonight calling all of the CU aunties, uncles, grandmas, and those who are not necessarily football people to come to the front of the line so I can tell you that Shedeur is going to be okay. Because these people, they're putting out there that he can't do this, he can't do that, he can't do this, he can't do that. It's important to have other voices to tell you on the contrary so that you can make a conscious decision to say, okay, I understand what Harry B is saying. I understand that. I'm coming back on here to put some people at ease. I am going to be the contrary voice that you need to hear based on this whole whiteboard situation. It's so silly, and I'm going to tell you why it's so silly. For those of you who don't know, a whiteboard is exactly what it sounds like. That's exactly what it is, all right? If you've ever been in a classroom where they use a whiteboard, it's exactly that. It's just a tool that coaches use to go over their game plan and to strategize about what specific plays that they are going to be running. That's basically what it is. So the people that are out there and you're watching these clips and they're saying, oh my gosh, he can't read a whiteboard. He cannot decipher plays and he can't read defenses. And if that's the case, then he can't make it. He won't make it. To all of you aunties, uncles, and grandmas that don't really care about football and all you want to know is that your baby Shedeur is going to be okay. Those fears, anxieties, or any kind of concerns that you may have based on all of these clips that you're watching, I'm here to let you know that your baby Shedeur is going to be all right, okay? And not just all right, he's going to be way more than all right. Let me give you some details. They go to the interview, the coach brings you to the whiteboard and says, tell me about this play. How does it unravel? All right, so the allegations are Shedeur did not know how to do that. Let me repeat that. The allegations are Shedeur does not know how to do that. Yes, just like you're hearing it, that sounds real crazy because a lot of y'all are thinking, how does he not know how to do that? And he already played at Jackson State. He played at Colorado. How is it that he doesn't know how to do that? Yes, it sounds crazy. I promise you, it is crazy. Okay, that's why I'm here to give you that second voice because, like I told you, propaganda, if you're just hearing one voice just chirping, you don't know if it's right or wrong. You're just hearing that voice and they'll keep saying it. You'll keep watching these clips and all of these so-called professionals, they've played football before. They've been in these rooms and they have NFL connections and they've been calling front offices and they know and oh, he can't read a whiteboard. And if he can't read a whiteboard, he's no good. He's not any good. He's only as good as second string or third string and they're probably going to cut him. Okay, calm down. This is why it's so silly. I'm just going to say it in layman's terms. and be at ease to know that Shedeur is going to be okay. Basically, all they're trying to do is discredit his football acumens, which is crazy to me because the last time I remember, his dad is Neon Deion Sanders, arguably one of the greatest football players in our time. I mean, I don't know how else to put it. He is one of the greatest football players of our time. That's his dad. This is the one that was grooming him his entire life. Neon Deion. That is the first thing that we need to understand. I don't know where all of this craziness is coming from, but I feel like some people are just fear-mongering. That's all it's becoming now. It's becoming fear-mongering. Not everybody that's around here are football people. Some are. Some understand what's going on, and they can just say, you know what? We're not worried about those people. But some people, they hear that stuff, and they keep hearing it. They keep hearing it from these so-called professionals, and there may be a little bit of a concern there. That's why I'm here to put those concerns to rest. If I remember correctly, either 2 times or 3 times state championship high school level. Also, a 2 times conference champ at the college level. And then he took Colorado to a bowl game just in 2024. That is the person that we are saying does not know how to read plays and read defenses. I don't think you can do all of that without knowing how to read defenses. Let's set that aside. That when you are in college, you are learning something different from the NFL game. The NFL game is a little bit different. What they are expecting of you, if you are a quarterback, is do you have the acumens? They are not expecting that you know everything. They just want to understand that you understand how this thing goes. So if you are hearing anybody out there saying, well, you got to know how to read these type of plays, and they're going to be calling out plays like, you know, hot potato going down the drain with some oil, butter pecan. They're saying it so fast, and it sounds like, you know, football stuff, and it's so confusing. But the quarterback has to understand that if he doesn't, then he's not going to be any good. I'm like, slow it down. Let me bless you. When you're in high school, do college football coaches expect you to know what's in college? No. When you're in college, does the NFL expect you to know everything that's going on in the NFL? No. The first thing that you hear coaches say is, let's get to work. There's a lot of work to be done. That's the first thing that you hear, right? I don't understand why all of these people are trying to fearmonger. You got work to do because the NFL game is different from the college game. When you get to the team, they're going to give you this fat binder of the playbook for you to learn. Every quarterback that was drafted or had an invitation, they said, all right, guys, let's get to work. There's a lot of learning we got to teach you. There's a lot of things you got to learn. Why is that all of a sudden different for Shedeur? I don't understand. Let's say their argument, which I know is not true, but let's just say, let's give them their argument for argument's sake. Let's say he doesn't know how to read a whiteboard or know how to figure out the whiteboard or whatever is going on with the defense. Let's say he doesn't know that. We're not saying, oh, he doesn't know how to read a whiteboard, but they're going to help him. But because he doesn't know how to read a whiteboard, he's no good. He's not any good. That is the argument y'all are trying to make now. If you ever watch Jon Gruden, if you've ever watched any of these guys' shows, they understand that the college players will come in, and a lot of them do not know the NFL system, and they have to learn it. So what are you doing? What are you saying? That Shedeur is not capable of learning? Or you don't think that he can play at all, and you're questioning his skills? That is the question I got. Which one is it? Because y'all are confusing me out there. I don't know. Are you saying he doesn't have the skill to play? The 3-time state champion from high school, the 2-time conference champion from the FCS at Jackson State? Is that the same guy we're talking about, skill-wise? Or are you questioning his football acumen, or what if he's smart or not enough? Are you saying he ain't smart enough to get it? Because what I do know is he's going to go with the offensive coordinator who is going to teach him what he needs to know. If I give you your argument that he has no idea how to read defenses, if I give you that, I'm not saying you're right. I'm just saying, just for the sake of argument, he doesn't know that. Because y'all are using that now to say he ain't no good at all and he will never translate. He's going to get cut and his NFL career is going down the drain. This is the kind of nonsense that y'all are peddling out there. And that's why I'm here tonight to talk to my aunties, my uncles, my grandmas who are out there trying to decipher what is going on. Shedeur is one of the smartest players in this game. Pat Shurmur, under whom Shedeur played for 1 season and a half. Pat Shurmur, who is a former NFL coach. He was the offensive coordinator at Colorado. He still is, right? I'm just saying was for Shedeur, but he still is. Shedeur was under his tutelage while he was there. A former NFL coach. Pat Shurmur is a former NFL coach who let you know how mature Shedeur Sanders is. He gave you the vote of confidence. He told you how smart this kid is. Either you forgot, you don't care, or you are just trying to just fearmonger for no reason. It doesn't make sense. It's as if he has never played for anyone that understood the NFL system. This is an NFL coach we're talking about in Pat Shurmur. So now we're just going to extract everything that he knows. Everything. And we are questioning his football acumen and his intelligence. He's no longer able to do anything. Remember Colorado's GPA? We put that out there. We let y'all know that it was 3.0 and higher, right? 3.0 plus average. Shedeur's smart. He went to a university that their curriculum was right up there with a lot of the Ivy League schools. This isn't no slouch school where you just go to lunch, you're a football player, and you can just go to lunch like back in the day, and you go play football because you're going to the NFL. It wasn't that. You had to take the classes. So we understand that Shedeur Sanders, he's a smart young man, okay? We know that he's a champion football player. We understand that. His dad is one of the greatest football players to ever live. We understand that. Put all of that together and tell me that he is not capable of doing this job. Because at the end of the day, that's what y'all are saying now. He's no good. I'm trying to leave this alone. I'm trying to leave the drive, slide, dance alone. I'm trying to stop dancing like that. I'm done with the dance. The dance is getting old. You're not leaving this alone. You have to understand that every quarterback that's been drafted ain't going to be no NFL superstar and understand everything about the NFL. They're going to get the playbook, and they're going to have to learn those playbooks. The offensive coordinator and his staff, they are going to run those plays over and over and over and over and over. They're going to do it so much, that's all they're going to dream about. That's how this stuff works. But the way y'all sound, the way that y'all are sounding out there, it's like they're just going to give him the playbook, let him go home, and then they're going to say, okay, hike, let's play. They're going to blow the whistle and say, let's play. If you don't know it, oh, you're out of here. Come on now. Come on. Like, come on, seriously, guys, come on. Let's get off the dance. Let's stop doing this so that we can get to other content, because I have other content I'm ready to put out. There's a lot of stuff that you got to learn about the Browns. There's a lot of stuff that's going on with Colorado in college football. A lot of stuff is going on that we can't get to. Texas is about to spend $35 to $40 million on their roster trying to catch up with Ohio State. You understand what I'm saying? That's a heck of a lot of money to be spending in college. We already understand that Ohio State was the first NIL champ. Now Texas is following suit. I've been told y'all that money in college football is going to take over. This NIL, this name, image, and likeness situation that's going on is crazy. But there's other content that I want to get to. But this draft slide dance that we're doing, y'all don't want to stop dancing. Y'all don't want to get off the dance floor. And you know opportunity only dances with those that are on the dance floor, right? So y'all are just taking all of your opportunities because y'all want to stay on the dance floor. But I'm trying to tell you, like, all of this stuff that you're saying, like, make this stuff make sense. Y'all got people out here that already hate the family. Y'all got people out here that are trying to understand football, but y'all are peddling all this craziness that this young man who we was all talking about as being one of the best quarterbacks in college football in his drive class, now all of a sudden he's only a backup. He ain't that good. First of all, he may not even make the team. Like, come back to earth. This whiteboard trash that you're talking about, this whiteboard trash that you keep talking about, let it go, because it don't make sense. It doesn't make sense. You're trying to say he's not smart enough to read plays. If that's what you want to say, then just come out and say that he's stupid. He's too stupid to understand the plays. Say that. But we know differently. Y'all just want to keep doing this to keep this going. We know that the podcast or an hour or so, and you make a lot of money because this is the hot button topic and everybody got to talk about the hot button topic. But somebody's got to pull your card and let y'all know that what you are saying doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. You got to come back to earth, come back to us. We're down here trying to just trying to live. I want to get to the Browns content. All right. Shedeur is working out. Shedeur is going out there in the community and giving back. He's speaking to the kids on the ground. Shedeur's on the ground doing what Shedeur regularly does. We need to get to that stuff. Okay, now he's been drafted. Let's move on. We got to move on. Y'all got to leave this alone. I want to get to other type of content, not keep talking about this same thing, but this whiteboard trash crap is trash. Leave it alone. He's smart enough to get it. They're going to go over those plays. He's going to learn the plays, and he will be okay. So to all my aunties, to all of my grandpas and all, Uncle Joe, all of y'all that don't really pay that much attention to football, you're just here for your baby Shedeur. Your baby Shedeur is going to be okay. Shedeur understands what's going on. Shedeur will make the Browns team if the Browns are willing to invest the capital that they have in him, give him the correct amount of support that he needs. Shedeur is going to make that team, and he's going to be okay. And I just wanted to let you know, don't worry about none of these clowns out here saying all this stuff that they're saying. They have amnesia. They've forgotten who they're dealing with. You don't have a dad like Deion Sanders with all of these connections in the NFL, outside of the NFL, all of these connections, and he's going to allow his child to go without any type of help if he needs it. Come on now. We already know what we know. Those who know, know.